Welcome to Behind the Blinds, the random show I made up where I interview all of my friends from season 23 of The Voice. And today I have Walker Wilson, correct?
That is amazing. You nailed it. First off, you nailed it.
Yes.
First off,
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
And to all the viewers, my name is Walker Wilson, current resident of Nashville, 25 years old, season 23 of The Voice.
There you go. All the stats. Put it up like a Pokemon card.
This is Behind the Blinds?
Yes. That's what I'm calling it, at
That
least.
almost sounds a little creepy.
Even though we're in front of the blinds, technically.
I love it.
I'm glad I'm getting to interview you because you're literally the first person I met. We were on the same plane
And
coming out
didn't
here.
even know it.
Didn't even know.
Didn't even know it.
I had a sense though. You had a funky hat, and I was like, "This guy looks like an artist."
I didn't. Just because I couldn't put it anywhere. I had to wear it. I had to do it on the last
Yeah.
flight. I just held it in my hand. Then Kason luckily he had a seat in between him and Grace, and I was like, "Yo, can I put my hat right there?" And he was like,
Nice.
"Yeah."
And
So
there you go.
that was the second flight ever. First flight, she was riding on my head.
Gotta wear it. You have to commit.
So while we're talking about that, am I wrong? Was our flight not miserable? Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miserable.
Yeah. I'm
not gonna name the brand, but it was a flight.
It was a flight.
It was a flight, and it was full
Uh-huh.
of people, and there was a lot of children.
Uh-huh.
And it was during the same amount of time as fall break, as I looked it up on my phone, wondering why there were so many kids. And I'm assuming they were all going to Disneyland,
Probably.
and they were screaming. I don't know how you were sitting, but where I was sitting, it was like me, and then like parents with a child in front of me and behind me, and the two children were like standing up in their seat, like yelling back and forth at each other.
Yeah. I feel like there were so many things happening on that plane that I was like, what
I was
on
stressed.
God's green earth? There was that. And then there was also like weird celebrities where we were like, do I know you sitting there? And
Oh yeah,
then-
that was the band guys.
Yes, the band
Do you
guys.
know who they were?
No.
So they were. Let me get this right. It's gonna escape my mind right now. I keep wanting to say Drew Barrymore, but it's not Drew Barrymore.
Mm-hmm.
And my girlfriend is a big fan of this girl. God,
Mhm.
why can't I remember this? This is terrible. Anyway,
Your
and
girlfriend's going to get on you for this. She's going to be like, I can't believe you.
How did you not know that?
Yeah.
Or I saw the pass on dude's like backpack, and I was like,
Mhm.
yo, dude. I was like, my girlfriend's a big fan of hers, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm her tour manager. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I've got to get this. Hold
I
on.
love it.
Who's the girl singer you're a big fan of that posts pics with her husband?
That-
Jesse James Decker. It's Jesse James Decker.
the
I
one
didn't have
from,
to look at it.
Wasn't she on The Bachelor or Bachelorette or something?
You're beyond me.
Jesse
I don't know.
okay, great.
But it was Jesse James Decker. That's who it was.
There we go. Amazing.
Jesse James Decker.
So obviously we get off the plane. I'm like, hey, we get to where we're going.
I know, sketchy airport, sketchy people. And then I'm looking around and I'm
Overall
like,
sketched out.
and then the email we get is like, yeah, there's going to be somebody with a production sign there to pick you up. I don't know where our hotel is up until
Yeah.
this point. Do you remember this? Did you have the same thing happen
Were
to
you?
you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I guess I didn't read the email right. I tried to call the travel agent guy.
Yeah.
Nobody answers the phone. Here's just me with all my luggage stuck
Oh,
at this place. I
no.
don't know if I'm hours from the hotel. I have no idea where I am. And then
Yeah.
he calls. He's like, oh, yeah, dude, just like walk to the center of the parking lot, get in a tan van. And I was like, oh.
Great.
And then that's
Thank
where I
you.
met Kate, was at the tan van.
There we go. I literally was like, are you also going on this field trip? Like I was like, please tell me about your experience prepping for your blind audition. How did
Oh
it
my
feel?
God, I was so anxious. First off, I went like 2 nights before we left. My buddies were like, yo, I live in Nashville. You live in Nashville. My
Yep.
buddies were like, yo, we're going to Red Door. I'm like, dude.
That's the kiss of death. When they say red door, you know
And
you're not
it's like
coming
my
back.
best friend. I just got off the phone with him. Shout out Paxton. He hollered at me and he's like, dude, we're going to Red Door before you leave. And I was like, all right, whatever. Terrible. I was hungover the whole next day trying to pack. I had my girlfriend there. She was just like, you're not worth anything right now.
Oh
Like,
my
you're
God.
not even, like, she pretty much, God bless her, she pretty much was like, counted the days and was just like, laid everything out. I was so stressed out. But without
Yeah.
her, I would have been miserable.
Shout out your girlfriend. I'm sure she was like, here's a puke bag as well.
No, it
Be
wasn't
safe.
that bad.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad. But it
Okay.
was, I was hurting pretty good. But
Red door.
we got it done. Yeah, Red Door. Damn, Red Door. But we got it done.
What was the song?
Hurricane by the Band of Heathens.
Okay. Were you
Yeah.
excited to sing it?
Oh my God, yes, I was excited to sing it. It was
Yeah.
insane. Cause that was like one of the first, if you go back on my Instagram and like find
Mm-hmm.
a picture of me for anybody watching, you can go back on my Instagram and find this video of me in a barn and I do the most butchery version of this song.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was trying to figure out how to sing. Cause as a child, I sang really high. And
Yeah.
obviously my voice isn't high anymore.
Yep.
So I guess I would have been a soprano. I did choir, I don't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, my voice changed. Then, like, I didn't know. I was like, I can't sing anymore. Like, it's never going to happen because my voice didn't know. It was stuck in between here and then. Like, it's stuck in between then and
Yeah.
now, really. And so, like, I remember hearing that song. My buddy's like, dude, you got to try it. Like, you got that raspy voice, but still kind of high and twangy.
Uh-huh.
And I tried it, and it was like, better than everything else I was doing. Wasn't great, but it was better than everything else I was doing. So I was like,
Yeah.
Hurricane. So from then on, I started playing that song at all my gigs. Still do. It's our closer song.
So that's like your staple, like
Oh yeah,
you'll
like
always hear it in a
yeah,
Walker
like
set.
if you get oh yeah, like
Mhm.
if you go to a live show, people be coming up like mid show, play Hurricane. I'm like, just wait,
It's coming.
it's coming.
I
And
love that.
it's always the last song. We have a big jam, and it's like developed into me barely knowing how to play guitar, and now like that, I will not play a show if that's not in it. Like I've had band members like, dude, we're not playing that. I'm like, yeah, we are.
It's required.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, we are.
required. So were you stoked that you got to do it for The Voice?
I was.
Yeah.
I was super stoked. I almost messed myself up by getting too confident.
It's hard when you sang that song like a million times because I
Yeah.
had the same thing. Mine's one I play in my set all the time, and it's
Mhm.
like you already pretty much probably had it perfected, but then you're overthinking it because it's like you
No,
know.
like not really. I didn't take into the account that I've been playing it my way.
Right.
And like it's close, but through the years it's kind of developed into its own thing. And I guess in my head, just overconfidence, I was like, I'll just go do what I do. And
Right.
then I went in. I really didn't even like look at the split. Like I read
Mhm.
it one time. It was so like I don't know how I didn't mess myself up. I looked at the split and I was like, oh my god. And like I was like freeballing it in the
Yeah.
in the rehearsal, and they were like, do you got this? I was like, I've got it. I'm just like really trying to figure it out. So like it took me a minute, and then I dialed it in, and ultimately it worked out.
So tell me about like, because I mean, I wasn't there for it. I didn't get to hear the magic. What was it like waiting to go up there and then go? Were you like, I have this. This is totally not scary at all, or were you?
The performer in me
Mhm.
was just trying to like get it in my head that like it's just
Yes.
another bar gig, or it's just a karaoke night.
Mhm.
And like I remember them pushing us and saying like, when you get out there, go ahead and like have your gun cocked because the music's coming.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so like doors open, I see my family. I'm like, oh god, I gotta look across, and I see my family, and like my parents are just like, my mom's crying.
Oh my
My
God!
dad's
Already.
just like, I can just like, me and my dad are like homies, so I can just feel his energy.
Mhm.
And I see the chairs, and I can like see the people's heads behind the chairs, and I'm like, okay, this ain't a bar gig anymore.
Yeah.
And so like I go up and I find my mark, and I stand there, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And nothing happens. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I can just feel my heartbeat just boom, 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 and nothing happens. I'm like, okay, I don't know when this music's gonna start, but for this very second, microsecond that my brain is breaking down,
Yeah.
we're taking this stage in,
Yeah.
me and me. So I look at all the people, and they're all just kind of chilling. They've already done their announcement that I'm coming out.
Mhm.
I examine the people. I'm like, okay, there's the people. It's not that bad. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
Still a lot of people. I look at the cameras. I'm like, there's the cameras. Look at the chairs. I'm like, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
I take my deep breath, and it was like the band knew that I needed that moment.
I love that.
And then they start playing, and
Yeah.
I was like, and then the world went away, and I just started singing.
That's awesome.
It was super cool.
Give me the lowdown. Who turned around? Because I don't know.
You don't know who turned around?
I don't know the lineup.
Oh, you don't know the
I
lineup?
don't have the spreadsheet.
Man, you already know Daddy Blake turned
Oh,
around. Yeah. It
I'll
was
quote you. Quote Walker, Daddy Blake.
Daddy Blake.
Mm-hmm.
I let him know. I told him the other day when I saw
There you
him.
go.
I let him know. But
Incredible.
he turned around. I remember like just being so full of nerves. Like I've not been that full of nerves ever in my life. Not singing. I think I was fine singing, like enough.
Right.
I remember him turning around, and like as soon as the music stopped, like my head went straight to them being like, "Are you gonna introduce yourself?" And I was like immediately like, "I'm Walker Wilson. I'm from Nashville." And blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Whoa, man, calm down. It's cool, dude." Like,
That's
just
hilarious.
chill out. And I was like, "Sorry, dude. Like, I didn't know what to do." So I like
awesome.
took a deep breath and was just like, like it's over. I've got
Yeah.
my chair turned. Like, okay, like my parents are over there. Mom's crying more. Like the whole nine.
Love
And
it.
ended up like talking to him, and Blake came up to me. He's like, "Dude, you're shook." And I was like off mic. He's like, "You're shook." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm shook." What do you mean? Yeah, I'm shook. But then we chatted for a little while, and then I talked to the rest of the coaches and went on
Yeah.
my merry way.
I kind of love that it feels like he already knew you. He was like, dude, chill.
I'm sure you could tell.
I'm here. Yeah.
I'm sure you could tell. And it was funny, like, as soon as I got off stage, just sometimes, like, I kind of wish there was a camera on me when this happened, but
Mhm.
I kept my composure. Like, I talked to Carson, like,
Mhm.
knew I was still on camera. And then as soon as I stepped off of camera, like, It's like my redneck came out. Like I threw my hat off. I threw my hat off. I
Yep.
unbuttoned my shirt down to
Yep.
like the middle of my stomach, and I was just like,
You can
like
breathe.
stuff's falling off my hat. My hair's going everywhere, and I'm just like I rode back like that. And like when I get back to where we're
Good.
going, and the producers where we're going, he was like, "When did you fall apart?" It's literally what he said.
You're like, instantly.
And
Thank
I was
you.
like, I don't know, put me back together. And I
Oh
just
my
like spread
God.
my arms out real quick, and he just buttoned my shirt, put my hat back on, fluffed me up, and
There you go.
got me back ready.
Love it.
Shout out to Trey.
I feel like I ran into you a couple times, but what were you wearing? Did the hat come out for this performance?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I had on. That's the hat that I threw. It was. I shouldn't have. It's a custom hat, but I threw it.
Oh my
It didn't
God.
damage it. I just like I more or less like threw my body like
Yeah.
just down and just like was catching
During
my.
the performance?
No.
Oh, I was
This
like-
was off camera. No, I kept my composure.
Okay. I was like,
But-
dang, you just threw the hat out into the crowd. You said, here we go.
No.
No.
I just like my body. Like I literally was standing there and I just like threw myself down. Just like, oh,
I'm
like
done.
that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes,
Nice.
the hat did make the performance. I had on like a flannel style shirt, real simple,
Nice.
just like
Love it.
cowboy boots, khakis, flannel style
Love it.
shirt, my hat,
Yeah.
and then my chains, and that was it.
There you go.
Got them on right now.
There you go. Oh, still repping.
Still ripping.
Still repping.
Got my duck.
It's a duck.
Yeah.
Why a duck?
Kate, you don't know this? You haven't heard
No,
you
I
haven't
don't
heard
know.
the rumors?
I don't know the rumors or the story.
To all of Kate's viewers, I don't know what your views are on hunting or how you feel about it, but your boy,
He's a hunter.
now that the mic is closer in here, your boy is an avid duck hunter. It's like
Awesome.
I don't shut up about it. It's my thing. I won't go into detail or else that's all we'll talk about.
Right. But specifically ducks. Like you're like duck hunter. If you
Yes.
had. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I do other things, but like duck hunting is
That's
my
the thing.
jive.
Love that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's my
cool.
jive. It's duck season right now, actually.
Okay.
Like my sister was sending me pictures. She went yesterday, and I was like, God.
I know. How are
like-
you handling being away?
It's bothered me a lot. Like I just like look at Instagram and like my friend. Luckily, I have cool like friends that still hunt,
Right.
and some of them know what I'm doing. Some of them don't. They just know I can't be there,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll send me like the picture from the day, like how many ducks they got, or just being there,
Yeah.
or just anything. Or they'll text me and be like, "Yo, man, hit us up when you can." I'm like, God.
You're like,
I can't like this is so important. I can't
Right.
miss this to go duck hunting. You know what I mean?
That's duck hunting will still be there next season.
I know.
But
I know. It feels
it's
like
hard.
it won't, but it will be.
it's hard. I was gonna ask you. Blake's gift was like a shirt that said on Blake's last team, right? Or
It was,
something like
yeah,
that.
it was such a Blake gift. It's just a blue T-shirt and it says I'm on Blake's last team. And like not to be conceited, because I'm super thankful to be on this team. But I
Yes.
was like, man, that's kind of lame. You know what I mean? Like everybody else got cool stuff. Like
Right.
Kelly got I think they got jackets.
Bomber jackets.
Yeah,
yes.
whose team are you on?
Nile.
Yeah,
Nile, we
y'all
got like a
got
sweatshirt.
hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chance's team got custom Chance hats.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, like I would have been fine with any of those. Like, and I got a dang T-shirt, and
Or
then
they-
I flipped the T-shirt around, and on the back of it says, "And all I got was this lousy T-shirt." Who
And you're
uses the
on-
word lousy except Blake Shelton?
Only
in
Blake
today's
Shelton.
I was like,
Only Blake Shelton.
I can't even be mad at it. This is such a Blake gig right here.
That's the perfect dad joke to
The
like
per-
send
yeah,
him
it's-
off. Yeah.
yeah, the perfect one.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever wear it. Like, why?
It
why
feels
would
like
I-
sacred. It feels like,
know
oh,
what
I
I'm
can't
saying?
touch this, but
No,
yeah.
not even like that. It just kind of feels like, I don't know. It'd be like wearing around the shirt you got in elementary school. It's like I made the AB honor roll. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be that
Yeah.
kid.
It's kind of giving no shade to Blake either, but like bachelorette party in Nashville, like I'm
Yeah.
with the bride.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to
Yeah.
walk around. I'm like, hey guys, I'm on Blake's team. I'd much
Yeah.
rather have like a cool jacket
Right.
that just said like Kelly or like the badass hat that Chance
Yeah.
gave. Like that's low key. Blake's literally.
You guys are
says-
all going to be on a pedal tavern when you go back, just as
That's
like
what
a
I'm
team
saying.
Blake.
Yeah, it's so corny.
Oh my
Right up
God.
Blake's alley.
Well, if you were Blake, like let's say, in the next 10 years, you're the one sitting in the chair, like critiquing people picking your team. What's the gift you would give?
Oh, I'm here to tell you right now.
You know.
I know.
You know it.
I know
Okay.
without a shadow of a doubt. It's either a jacket or a hoodie,
Mm,
depending.
okay.
Old school camo. You see my backpack that I wear?
No.
I wear it all the time. I have it on all the
I've
time. It's
missed
like
it.
this old school duck camo pattern. I don't have anything on me with that
Okay.
pattern, but it's like not like tree bark camo, like literally like shapes camo. It's so cool
Okay.
looking. It's like yellow based.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'd be like
Love
that,
that.
and then just have like Team Walker on them, or just like
Perfect.
something people could use. Like
Yeah.
that's me. Like it's old. It's literally called
Function.
old school duck camo. Is what it's called.
Love it. Love it. Then you take them duck hunting, and that's the like
What about
whole.
taking them duck hunting? You got to earn that one.
Okay, the winner from your team would
I'm
get
just
to go
saying,
duck
you
hunting,
really,
and
that's
that's
what
it.
I'm saying. If you're on my team and you win the voice, congrats. You get to go duck hunting. But everybody
Love
else,
it.
we'll have to see about it.
So I've been asking everyone if there was anyone else's look that you would want to steal, or that you're like, that was like the best look I saw at the blinds. I'm sensing it could have been Laura's with her dad's she wore her dad's full camo, like orange camo. I don't know if you saw it, but
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Okay.
And that camo that she had on is the same style. Not the same color, but the same style as the camo that like I would have used.
Yeah.
So yeah, like me and Laura are cool. We've been talking about turkey hunting, like come spring when it's all said and done, because turkey hunting's in the spring.
Yep.
She was like, yeah, you got to come to the farm. We got to go turkey hunting. I was like, yeah.
Love that.
Bring a camera guy. Let's do it.
Love that. There you go.
Oh, I'm all about it. That's like, I'm big into the media side of, I wouldn't say I'm in it, like I'm a media hunter, but I'm in there with the people that do it. So like I get to know people that make a living making media in the hunting world. It's really cool.
That is really cool.
And so like it's something I want to do one day. It's something that I want to use the voice to help me do, is like, because like in reality I want to either affiliate or have my own like brand of hunting things one day.
Cool.
Probably duck hunting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like design my own camo, or become like say Drake Waterfowl reached out to me and they were like, we want to do like a line that's like the Walker Wilson line of hunting stuff, and it's like that would be my dream.
Wow.
Is to have something like that. Yeah.
I love that. And I love how I just nodded along like, yes, Drake Waterfowl. I know everything about him.
That's not even a dude. That's a company.
I know everything about him. Everything about him, Walker.
Everything about Drake. He's a great guy. Drake
is great. One of the questions that I really wanted to ask you in particular is, obviously people are going to see your blind audition. It's great. Go watch it if you haven't already. But that's like one little blip of your music career. It's cool that it's like a song you sing all the time.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I love that. But what do you hope people see from you outside of that? Like once they start fangirling and being like, duck hunting Walker, I want to be his biggest fan. What do you hope they see?
I was actually talking to my homie about this earlier, again, Paxton, to go to my pages on Instagram and decide right then and there whether they like me. And that's how I do my social media. Is like it's there. Everything like ducks. I mean, they ain't alive. Like some people don't like that.
Right.
And I understand. I get it.
Right.
I can get on my soapbox about it. It doesn't matter. You can feel however you want to.
Totally.
But I want the people that decide, hey, I want to be a fan of this guy. Because that's really, I heard somebody explain it that way one time. They were like, when you become a fan of somebody, you're on their team. Like you're rooting for them to win.
Yeah.
And so I don't ever want to have to like question doing something based on the people that follow me. I want the people that follow me to be like, yeah, like I vibe with that or I don't.
Yeah.
Because I've met people in the industry that they have a love for, be it hunting or anything, and their fan base is not those people. And it's like, man, I feel like you're not necessarily lying to the people, but I feel like you're just not being true to yourself.
Right.
And like that's something I always want to do, is like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to do what I do. And you can either roll with it or not. And I'm not mad about it either way. It's cool.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, because not everyone will do that. And unfortunately, too, with hunting, it's like, that's one that's like, it's not just like, I like to wear every color of the rainbow. And if you don't like it, then get away from me. Like, you know, there's a lot more of a divide with that. I love that you're just like, nope, putting it out there.
I mean, and I get it. I understand the people that don't like it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. There's people that I'm close friends with that don't agree with that stuff. But I'm like, it's what I do. That's how I was raised. It's like I've learned a lot of lessons. I've learned a lot of life from hunting, just like people did it with sports.
Yes.
People have done it with music. People have done it with countless other things. Like that's my gig. It's something I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, and you'll find the fans that love it too, where it's like,
like the few that I have are like duck season comes around. It's so funny. Like duck season comes around and like my stories and my poster, they're just obnoxious. Like it's every single day. Like before we came out here, so the season starts in the end of November and it runs to the end of January. It's 62 days out of the year. And there's a couple weeks in there that are like bye weeks. They're called splits. And it's so funny to me, like there's people I won't hear from all year, and the duck season will come around, and like I travel around and I'll just take my guitar with me everywhere I go, and I'll go hunt, and I'll go to camps, I'll go to people's personal camps. I'll go to their houses and we'll hunt the next day. But
Yeah.
I always just bring my guitar just because that's normally why I got invited anyway, is
Yeah.
because they were a fan of what I did. And then the stories will go up and it's like me wearing like the bottom half of whatever I was wearing that morning, or like I've still got my jacket on and I'm just sitting around playing guitar, being myself, and like people just eat it up. That people have come up to me, they're like, man, I like your music, but the fact you're a duck hunter just sold me. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, like it's just part of it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, how many artists I feel like I like that it's more because of their personality than anything,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh
So,
yeah. I mean, that's like Riley Green. Riley Green's one of the biggest hunters, like social media hunters out there, aside from doing music. And I've told people before, I'm like, half his following is just rednecks that like to watch the deer that he posts on there that he's shot. And so like that's gonna be me.
You love music, you love hunting. Imagine like duck season, you just go tour, you hunt in someone's backyard and then play a backyard show. Sounds like a great life.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of already that way. But
That's
like I went
awesome.
out, I think I hunted 10 times in a matter of like 3 weeks before we went, and like I hit 4 different states in 3 weeks. Just load my truck up and haul. Like I went to Missouri, hunted with some of my buddies up there that have a cool little setup.
Nice. Where in Missouri?
Place, I don't even know the actual name of it.
I say that as if I probably wouldn't know either.
It's like right beside Tennessee.
Okay.
It's like in the Mississippi River. It's a place called Lost Break. It's really cool.
Cool.
And it's like an island in the Mississippi River. It's crazy.
Nice.
They got a TV show if you want to look them up. It's called Lost Break.
There you go.
But
Shout out.
LOSTBRAKE.
Uh-huh.
But it's literally like a 1,000-acre island in the middle of the Mississippi River. Like you have to take a boat to get there.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That's
and so,
awesome.
Yeah, I went and I took Connor Sweeney, who was on season 22.
Nice.
I took him out there, and he got to go on a real cool duck hunt. And then Arkansas, I went with some friends of mine, and then I went at a duck camp over there.
Yeah.
Did a lot of guitar picking over there. And
Fun.
Mississippi, where I'm from. I hunted in North Mississippi with a buddy of mine, and then I hunted with my sister's boyfriend, and it just a bunch. I lost count, really. I remember my girlfriend called me. She was like, how many times have you hunted in like 3 weeks? I was like, well, I got to leave. I got to fly back to LA.
Yeah.
And she was like, I guess I'll see you when you get back.
I mean, you know.
I saw her before I left.
Good,
I took off
good.
one weekend.
She
I left.
packed your bags for you. You better
Not
be
this
treating
time.
her
I
right.
packed my own bags this
Okay,
time. Packed my own bags.
Okay. Treat her right. Just saying. Just saying.
Always. I'll cook her breakfast in the morning.
I love it. That's awesome. One of the last questions I want to ask you, because honestly, I mean, I think I've heard you sing on a Zoom. I've heard you sing on the internet, but the first time I really feel like I was like, are you kidding me? Was when I heard you outside my door during the jam sessions, the illegal jam sessions people have been having
Like during
in the hallways.
blinds or like recently?
Recently, like
when
the
I was just
first
chilling?
week.
Oh yeah, the illegal jam sessions,
Yes.
the bootleg jam sessions, if you
Bootleg
will.
jam sessions, yes. Because everyone's voice is gorgeous, but I'd heard the same few people for like an hour, and then all of a sudden, I hear this raspy, like gorgeous, gritty voice, and I was like, who? I was like, if that, like $100 says that is Walker right now. And I looked through my peephole, and of course it was.
You didn't step out there, or did you?
I know I didn't.
I didn't remember. I was off
stayed
in
back.
my own little world. I don't know what I was playing.
No, but I
was
heard it.
playing Johnny Cash, if I had to guess.
Something like that, I'm sure. I was just like, wow. But I feel like what I love about your voice, because I like country music more than you'd think with the way that I dress and the music that I do.
Yeah?
But I feel like you're not country music. I feel like you're like a Chris Stapleton type, if you
like
will.
Southern rock.
Yeah.
That's my vibe.
Okay.
That's my thing.
Okay.
I was raised on Skinner.
Yeah. That's what it's, is it hard? Do you feel like people try to pigeonhole you in like, you are country? Or do
They
you feel
try,
like
I don't know, I just do weird stuff. Like I wear Chucks. And
Yeah.
like jeans that aren't boot cut.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Like I just do different things. So people all the time are trying to be like, somebody hit me up. I posted a picture and I had these Chucks on, and they were like, man, how you gonna wear Chucks in a picture and you're a country artist? And I was like, dude, when you're knee deep in Mississippi mud,
Yeah.
chasing after a greenhead duck,
Right.
then holler at me about country. And I was like, but I don't do this to like, I'm not trying to earn a title. I grew up
Right.
how I grew up. I talk how I talk.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I love that.
That's
love that.
just how it is.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's also, I'm like, if you're trying too hard, if you're like, I wear cowboy boots every single day, I've
things
never
are
taken them
uncomfortable.
off. No, they're so uncomfortable.
They're
hard to get
uncomfortable.
off. Exactly. So I love that. So you would say, like, if you were to describe your music to someone else, or just like this is the dream music you'd want to make? Would you say like
It's probably, it leans towards Southern rock, like
love it?
that new age stuff that's coming up. Like Hardy's paving a way. He's doing
Yeah.
some crazy stuff, but like Bailey Zimmerman's kind of nailing down into this Nickelback country
Yeah.
spot. I got a buddy of mine who sent me a couple songs when we were out here, and it's kind of the same vein.
Cool.
It's like it's country, like it's got that country feel. It tells a story, but
Mm.
it's heavier. It's got a little thump to it. Like the two, I have one song out that's more of like a ballad,
Yeah.
and then the other song I have out is like it's a jam.
Love it.
It's
Okay.
a jam. It's a jam.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of it, where can people find you?
So I'm on Spotify. I'm anywhere you can buy a subscription to music. So like Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever else people. You can probably bootleg it if you really needed to, but
If you need to.
if you need to, it's
Yeah,
okay. I get
it's
everybody.
fine.
Everybody's out here chasing a dollar.
Mm-hmm.
But for Instagrams, at Walker Wilson Music, Facebook, just Walker Wilson Music. It's like a separate page from mine. If you send me a friend request, I probably won't accept it.
Probably
so you
won't
just,
see it.
Just head over, just go on over to the music page
Yeah.
and do that. And then TikTok, same thing, Walker Wilson Music. And I'll
Awesome.
do Twitter.
Yeah.
I
You don't
get away
need
from
to.
Twitter. Too many politics.
I just can't think enough. They're
For
like,
Twitter, I'm
yeah.
not snarky enough for Twitter.
No. I see someone's clever tweet and I'm like, couldn't be me. I
Yeah.
wish. Retweet. That's it. That's it. Well, thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
and
for having me, Kate.
see you back in Nashville and see you on the next episode of Behind the Blinds.
Behind the Blinds with Kate Cosentino.
Woohoo. Dude. Yes.